It's a cool fall day here in Michigan, right here in Michigan. And today I'm in Dearborn. And I took pictures of this many years ago, but I wanted to come by and make a video about it because there's a lot of interesting detail, and I'll try to. It doesn't look big, but it's big. Just an incredibly beautiful church. I think that this, I need to get over soon, was financed by the Ford family. I don't know if they're going to run me out of here, but it's such an incredible building. It's in a neighborhood that has seen better days, but I think it's making a comeback. I'm walking backwards, but I think it's making a comeback. There's a lot of new construction. Oh, this is crazy. It's been used. Now, as a church, I don't know why. It used to be called St. Martha's Episcopal Church. And over the years, I'm sure that it, like most churches, or a lot of churches, the people attending died off or weren't being replaced, and so it kind of started to go the way of being misused or disused, and so rather than see it go to waste, it's been turned into community buildings. Right now it's a COVID center, but the church, as I saw it, as it's named, parking lot is a little rough. The church it has a new name on the front, so I'm hoping that a church is moving in and using it, because it's a fantastic building. Just incredible. Amazing, amazing architecture. I don't know what year this was built, but you can see up there some of the slate is chipping off or falling off. The details of the roof, half timbering, just incredible. And this is, well, we can look at these doors. I can just imagine it. You can see it's a COVID center now. Now, these buildings were built, I'm sure, to house the clergy. And even these, I guess I need to stop here. There's another one's over there. Just stunning little buildings. As I said, it's chilly and gloomy, but such a beautiful setting. I wish I could go inside. Because I'm sure I'll come around here. I'm sure that it's quite lovely on the inside. There's a fallout shelter. That's incredibly interesting. Oh, we got some people coming to mow. Now, I understand that the Ford family pays to do the lawn maintenance here, which went neglected for a number of years, which I think you'll find fascinating here in a minute, because there's more to this story than just this magnificent building. This tree is almost iridescent, I think is the word. You have a bell tower there. Really, it's hard to get back far enough to appreciate the building with trying to capture it on a lens to see it in reality. It's a very different deal. Beautiful stained glass windows. Got one here with a lighthouse. It'd be nice if it was dark enough to see the windows lit up, from the inside, or to be inside, see the windows from the outside. Oh, let's go back in. Just incredible doors. The details. Like I said, they're doing more maintenance on the building now, so I'm hoping that the church maybe is taking over. going to be a lot of noise here. And I'm going to, see if I can make it across here. And possibly get a shot of the entire church. Like I said, this used to be called St. Martha's Episcopal, and now it's the Triumph Church. But we're gonna go see what I really came here for. Hopefully these guys will maintain a safe distance. I don't know if I can get into this. I'm hoping that I'll be able to. But I somehow have a feeling that I may not be able to. Got a lock. Doesn't appear to be padlocked. And this noise is going to really be something. We have William S. Ford, Mabel Ford, Raymond Donald. So there's quite a few of the Ford family here. Oh, this is really bad timing. But this one I think you'll find really interesting. And this is the grave of Henry Ford. I can't believe maybe he paid for all this racket. There's his wife, Clara. Unbelievable. This is the grave of Henry Ford. Probably and quite possibly in his day, the richest man on earth. A huge industrialist, huge part of the state of Michigan. Thousands and thousands, I would say probably over the history of the company, hundreds of thousands of employees. And here he is. Ford family. Now this is a graveyard. And I'm going to explain that because a graveyard is a lot different than a cemetery, because a cemetery is a separate entity. It's not on the grounds of a church, whereas a graveyard is on the grounds of a church. So, well, I'm going to have to drop this part because these guys have been nice, but they're going to have to come in and do their job. I'm going to shut this off for a sec. Interesting, I talked to them, and they indeed confirmed that they are paid by the Ford, probably the Ford Foundation or the Ford company, automobile manufacturer, to maintain the grounds and the cemetery there. So I'm gonna come out this way. I want to see if there's a St. Martha's Episcopal sign here. No, we're still at the Triumph Church, and as you can see, there's the church building. I just can't believe the perfect timing of that. And then these little stone buildings out here. It's such an incredible setting. Unbelievable. I want to come back to this building real quick. They've built a lot of new buildings over there, which are, I believe, on the property. And maybe they sold that off at one time, but because it looks, these bushes are definitely a partition. I don't think there's a fence inside there, but you can see, I don't know if those are professional buildings or if they're condominiums or apartments. I've actually got ahead of the story here. I just love this architecture though, and have for many years. Like I said, I've been coming past this for years, and yeah, this looks unoccupied at this point. Beautiful, beautiful church though. I find this one quite interesting because it says Henry Ford, born December 26, 1941, died December 19, 1892? No, that's got to be 19. Hard to see. 1992. So this must be the grave of Henry Ford Jr. And I can't get back far enough. There we go. Now also, if you go to Woodlawn Cemetery on Woodward Avenue, there's Edsel Ford and his wife are married there, or buried there, and there's also another Ford that has a incredible grave. Well worth going to see. Maybe we'll cover that in another video. Well, I'm sure I will. So, but anyways, I wanted to get this one, and today seemed like a perfect day until they started mowing the lawn. They're not mowing, but they're mowing now, but until they started blowing the leaves. So anyway, I just thought you might like that. This is on Joy Road in Dearborn, almost at the corner of Joy Road and Greenfield in Dearborn, Michigan. And just a really cool place if you're in the area. Alrighty, have a great day. We'll see you next time right here in Michigan. There's surprisingly little information available about this church. I looked around quite a bit, and so what I did, I just have kind of amassed a few things together. The cemetery, I said, was a graveyard, and it actually was a cemetery. It was founded in 1893, or I should say it was deeded in 1893 as a place of burial. So hold on a second here. I'm going to go to a website called Waymarking, WAYMARKING.com. Founder of Ford Motor Company, American industrialist Henry Ford has their family cemetery at St. Martha's Episcopal Church, located at 15801 Joy Road in Detroit. In 1893, a deed of trust created allowing the land to be operated as a place of burial for the heirs and descendants of the families of Samuel Ford. And then it says by 1920, Henry Ford purchased the cemetery. Henry Ford's wife, Clara, commissioned a church to be built on the site, which was completed in 1954. Now, Henry Ford died in 1947, so after that, like I said, this was on a Ford farm, and Henry Ford had many farms in the state of Michigan, probably all over the country. But anyway, she gave the property, donated the property and $1 million to build the church. And so that's the origins of the church, and it's had several names since then, and I won't go into that. But anyway, that's the history. I only was able to find one picture of the interior of the church, and so that's what you've been looking at as you've been listening to. Interesting note about Henry Ford, which this is information that I got off another website, but I'll put it in the links if I can find it. Henry Ford's funeral was the largest in Detroit history. The city came to a standstill as he was taken to his final resting place. Gas stations statewide shut down. Buses and streetcars came to a halt. And over 100,000 Ford employees came to pay their respects.